Ladies and gentlemen, your mind is the battlefield between who you are and who you could become. Every day, thousands of thoughts run through it. Some lift you, others destroy you. But here's the truth: you are not your negative thoughts. You have the power to rewire your mind, to turn fear into focus and doubt into drive. The moment you stop letting negativity control you, you unlock a version of yourself you've never seen before: calm, confident, and completely unstoppable. The mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow, whether it's weeds or flowers. Most of us don't realize that the weeds of negativity grow faster than the flowers of positivity. Every negative thought, every self doubt, every fear, they are like tiny seeds we unknowingly water each day. And soon, our minds become overgrown with anxiety, insecurity, and frustration. But the truth is, your mind is not your enemy, it's your greatest tool. The problem begins when you let it run on autopilot. The thoughts you think today are shaping the life you will live tomorrow. So if you want success, peace, and happiness, you must take charge of what grows in your mental garden. The first step is awareness. You cannot change what you don't notice. Watch your thoughts, become the witness. When a negative thought arises, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, what if I fail? Don't fight it, but don't feed it either. Just see it for what it is: a passing cloud in the vast sky of your consciousness. The sky never becomes the cloud. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. Once you start observing your mind, you'll notice a powerful thing: you have a choice. Every time a negative thought appears, you can either let it control you or you can replace it with a better one. When your mind says, I can't, whisper back, I will learn. When it says, I've failed, reply, I've grown. Slowly, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind, replacing fear with faith and doubt with determination. Remember, positivity is not pretending that everything is perfect. It's choosing to focus on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. You can't stop negative thoughts from knocking on the door, but you can refuse to let them move in. Train your mind to find lessons instead of losses, growth instead of grief, and opportunities instead of obstacles. Feed your mind with uplifting content. The books you read, the people you spend time with, the words you speak, they are all food for your soul. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who uplift your spirit and challenge your thinking. Speak words of gratitude and hope. Your words shape your reality. Meditate daily, even for a few minutes. Silence allows you to clean the clutter within. Gratitude anchors you in the present moment, reminding you that life is full of blessings waiting to be noticed. A calm and focused mind is a magnet for success. When you align your thoughts with your purpose, your energy shifts. You stop reacting to negativity and start creating possibilities. The power to transform your life has always been within you. It begins with a single thought, a single choice, a single moment of awareness. When you begin to realize that every thought is a vibration, you'll understand how powerful your inner world truly is. Thoughts carry energy, and that energy either lifts you up or drags you down. The more you entertain negative thoughts, the heavy your vibration becomes, and life starts reflecting that heaviness back at you. But when you consciously cultivate uplifting thoughts, your energy shifts, and suddenly opportunities, people, and moments that match that higher vibration start flowing into your life naturally. The mind is like a magnet, it attracts what it constantly thinks about. If your focus is always on problems, you'll find more of them. But if your focus is on growth, gratitude, and possibilities, life opens its doors in ways you never imagined. The outer world is only a mirror of your inner state. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So if you want a successful, peaceful, and fulfilled life, you must first become that within. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. Just like you cannot go to the gym once and expect a strong body, you cannot reprogram your mind in a single day. It requires consistency. Every time a negative pattern shows up, replace it with something empowering. When your mind says, it's too hard, say, I'm becoming stronger. When it whispers, you'll never make it, say, every step is progress. You're training your mind word by word, thought by thought, to become your greatest ally. One powerful practice is visualization. Close your eyes each morning and see yourself as the person you aspire to be: confident, peaceful, and successful. Feel it, believe it. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It simply responds to the emotional energy behind your thoughts. The more vividly you imagine success, the more your mind begins to act in alignment with it. Gratitude is another tool that reprograms your mind instantly. When you focus on what's wrong, you invite more stress. But when you focus on what's right, you invite more blessings. Each morning, take a moment to thank life for your breath, your health, your loved ones, and the opportunities before you. Gratitude doesn't change your circumstances immediately, but it changes your perspective, and your perspective changes everything. Don't underestimate the power of the people you surround yourself with. Energy is contagious. If you're constantly around those who complain, gossip, or discourage you, negativity seeps into your subconscious without you even noticing. But when you spend time with those who inspire, uplift, and challenge you to grow, your thoughts automatically elevate. Protect your mental environment as carefully as you protect your home. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Some days your mind will resist change. It will whisper, stay comfortable, stay the same. But remember, growth never happens in comfort. Train your mind to act even when it doesn't feel like it. Each time you rise above excuses, you build mental strength. Each time you choose faith over fear, you're rewiring your brain for success. Silence is another secret weapon. In silence, you discover clarity. Spend time alone with your thoughts, not to drown in them, but to understand them. Meditation isn't about controlling the mind, it's about observing it until it quiets on its own. In that stillness, you begin to hear your inner voice, calm, powerful, and full of wisdom. That voice will guide you toward peace and purpose. And remember, setbacks are not signals to stop, they are lessons to learn. The people who achieve greatness are not those who never fall, but those who never stay down. Every difficulty, every rejection, every moment of doubt is a chance to strengthen your inner resilience. The mind that can stay positive in pain, patient in chaos, and grateful in uncertainty, that mind becomes unstoppable. Reprogramming your mind is about reclaiming your power. It's realizing that you are not defined by your past or limited by your circumstances. The moment you take charge of your thoughts, you begin to design your destiny. Thoughts lead to actions, actions create habits, habits build character, and character shapes destiny. If you plant the right thoughts today, you'll harvest a life of peace, purpose, and success tomorrow. Every time you rise from a setback, your mind becomes more disciplined, your heart becomes stronger, and your spirit becomes wiser. Life is not meant to be free of challenges, it's designed to make you evolve. The struggles you face are not barriers to your success, they are bridges. Every obstacle you overcome trains your mind to think differently, to believe deeper, and to act with greater courage. The question is not, why is this happening to me? But, what is this trying to teach me? The moment you shift from resistance to reflection, pain turns into power. Your mind learns from repetition. What you think repeatedly becomes your mental pattern, and what you feel repeatedly becomes your emotional home. If you constantly think of what's missing, your mind gets used to feeling lack. If you constantly think of what's possible, your mind gets used to feeling abundance. You cannot expect a positive life with a negative mindset. Train your thoughts like you train your muscles, with daily repetition and intention. The way you speak to yourself determines how far you go in life. Words carry energy. Every time you tell yourself, I'm tired, your body feels it. Every time you say, I can handle this, your mind aligns with strength. Speak to yourself the way you would to someone you deeply care for. Encourage yourself, motivate yourself, forgive yourself. You've survived so much already. That alone is proof of your inner power. Whenever you find your mind wandering toward negativity, pause and breathe. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that you are in control. The breath is like a reset button for your thoughts. Inhale calmness, exhale chaos. Inhale faith, exhale fear. The more you practice this, the more your mind learns to respond instead of react. A calm mind doesn't mean a life without problems. It means a life where problems no longer control your peace. Success doesn't come to those who think negatively and hope for the best. It comes to those who consciously program their minds with thoughts that align with their vision. Before you sleep, visualize your dreams. See yourself achieving them. Feel the emotions of success. Let your subconscious mind work while you rest. The brain is like a computer. What you feed it before sleep becomes its software. So feed it with faith, not fear. Be mindful of the content you consume. Your mind is always absorbing through music, videos, conversations, and even social media. What you watch, listen to, and read shapes your subconscious more than you realize. If you keep exposing yourself to negativity, your mind will reflect that energy. Replace comparison with inspiration. Follow those who uplift your mindset, not those who drain your peace. Remember, your mental diet is just as important as your physical one. When doubt whispers, what if it doesn't work? Answer back, what if it does? Shift from fear-based thinking to possibility-based thinking. Most people spend their energy imagining the worst. Successful people imagine the best and work toward it. Faith is not blind optimism, it's trusting that even if the path is unclear, the purpose will make sense in time. The universe aligns with the energy you give out. Keep your vibration rooted in belief. Another way to reprogram your mind is through service. When you help others, your focus shifts from what's lacking in your life to what you can give. Service expands your heart and calms your mind. It breaks the loop of self-centered thoughts and replaces them with compassion and gratitude. A mind that serves becomes a mind that shines. Take time each day to disconnect from noise and reconnect with yourself. Put down your phone, step outside, and notice the beauty that surrounds you. The sound of the wind, the warmth of sunlight, the stillness of the morning. These small moments remind you that peace was never something to be found outside, it was always within you. The more you nurture positive thoughts, the more resilient your mind becomes. Eventually, negativity loses its grip. You stop reacting to every storm and start trusting the process. You begin to see that everything, even the difficult moments, is shaping you into the person you were meant to become. And when your mind finally learns to stay steady in uncertainty, you realize success was never just about what you achieved, but who you became along the way. As your mind becomes calmer and more focused, you begin to notice the subtle ways life starts to align with your intentions. The same situations that once frustrated you no longer have the same power. You handle them differently because you've changed from within. The greatest victory is not when you conquer others, but when you conquer your own reactions. True strength is not in controlling the world, but in mastering your inner world. When you start living with awareness, you realize that life was never against you. Every challenge carried a message, every delay had a purpose, and every heartbreak was redirecting you to something greater. The mind trained to see blessings instead of burdens can never truly be defeated. Because even in the darkest moments, it knows this too is part of the journey. You don't need to control every detail, you just need to stay aligned with the right mindset. Reprogramming your mind for success also means developing patience. The world today teaches speed, fast success, fast results, fast rewards, but real transformation takes time. Seeds don't turn into trees overnight. In the same way, your dreams need time to grow roots. You can't rush progress. You can only nurture it daily with faith, effort, and consistency. The most beautiful things in life are those that are patiently built. One thought, one action, one day at a time. When your mind is filled with impatience, it breeds anxiety. But when it's filled with trust, it breeds peace. Learn to trust your journey even when it doesn't look like it's working. Sometimes the universe is not denying your desire, it's preparing you to handle it. You may not get what you want right away, but you will always receive what you're ready for. Keep preparing, keep growing. Surround yourself with silence, not noise. The modern world constantly pulls your attention outward, endless scrolling, constant opinions, and information overload. But wisdom is born in stillness. Spend time alone not to escape the world but to understand it better. When you quiet the noise around you, the voice within you becomes louder. That voice, the one filled with calm confidence, is your truest guide. Listen to it more often than you listen to your fears. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your mindset. If you want to rise higher, be around people who are already flying. Let their discipline inspire yours, their consistency remind you what's possible, and their positivity fuel your faith. But don't just seek inspiration, become it. Be the person who uplifts others, who speaks light into darkness, who believes in people when they've stopped believing in themselves. When you give positivity, you receive it multiplied. And whenever your mind slips into negativity again, because it will, don't judge yourself. Just notice it and gently bring it back. The goal isn't to eliminate negative thoughts completely, it's to master how quickly you return to a state of balance. Every comeback strengthens your awareness, and every moment of mindfulness sharpens your focus. You become unshakable not because life stops testing you, but because you stop reacting the same way. There's incredible power in perspective. Two people can face the same problem. One breaks and the other grows. The difference isn't in the situation but in the interpretation. When your mind is trained to see lessons instead of losses, no experience is ever wasted. The pain you endure today becomes the wisdom that guides you tomorrow. The key is to stay consistent with your inner work. Read something uplifting every morning. Reflect every night. Keep your thoughts clean, your heart grateful, and your intentions pure. Don't let the outer world pollute your inner peace. What's happening inside you is far more important than what's happening around you. As your mind aligns with positivity and purpose, your entire vibration changes. You start attracting clarity, strength, and peace. Success stops being something you chase, it becomes something you naturally create. Because when your inner world is right, your outer world eventually follows. Every great transformation begins quietly, within the mind that dares to believe it can change.